Well, this is a complicated situation. Everyone's just ball-washing Theo Epstein, and I get it, right? He's done a fine job with the Cubs. But for me, the answer is no. The answer is no with Theo Epstein, and I'll tell you why. No, number one, it is very hard for me to acknowledge Theo Epstein as an idiot savant when it comes to picking baseball players, because when I first dealt with Theo Epstein, he was a PR intern for the San Diego Padres. He handed you press notes in the press box at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. So the idea that guy is now the Mensa of all baseball, I just can't wrap my head around that. It is also, we should point out, much more difficult to win in an environment like Oakland, where they don't want you to win, the ownership, or Tampa. For me, if you go back the last 20 years, the most improbable, illogical, unbelievable season was the '08 Tampa Bay Rays getting to the World Series. Now, they lost to the Philadelphia Phillies, but it's mind-boggling that the Tampa Bay Rays got to the World Series. I still can't buy it. It's amazing to me. So that Andrew Friedman gig, that to me, that was more impressive than winning with huge teams in Boston and Chicago. And number two, if you go back all time, now I'm not a great historian of GMs, but the two names that keep popping up from what I've read about baseball's past, Branch Rickey and George Weiss are the two great GMs of all time. Branch Rickey created the modern-day farm system, which a version is still being used today. Shout out to the old Bakersfield Blaze, which no longer exists. But Branch Rickey came up with that farm system and also helped build the Dodgers and the Cardinals in two very successful runs the Cardinals and Dodgers had back-to-back, and was with the Pirates and got a lot of the guys the Pirates ended up winning the World Series with in 1960. In fact, Roberto Clemente, Branch Rickey took out of the Dodgers organization. So he's one. And then that guy George Weiss helped build the Yankees dynasty, which lasted parts of 30 years, right? Of 1940s, 50s, and 60s. And he was the general manager for the Yankees in those years. So those guys I would put ahead of Theo Epstein. But I'm sure everyone else will just give Theo a shoulder massage.